Hey guys, this is Benny.
And this is Dhruv. And today we are going to review the trailer of The Wedding Party 2. So we already reviewed Wedding Party 1 and we realized it's a very popular movie. It was by popular demand. No, it was just a fan or subscriber who wanted us to review that. So I was like, why not we review part 2? And we really liked the trailer of part 1. So here we go. So Wedding Party part 2, it came out the year after. So part 1 was in 2016. This came out in 2017, and it's called The Wedding Party 2 Destination Dubai.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is also on Netflix. So if I look at the IMDb, it says Nonso continues his romance with Deardre, the bridesmaid from London. While on a dinner date, Nonso proposes to Deardre by accident and sets off a chain of events too powerful to stop. Deardre's upper crust British family are against the match, as are members of the Nigerian clan. But Deardre's determination can't be contained, setting us on another colorful, chaotic journey to everlasting love.
A determined woman.
Yeah, and so the director is Niyi Akinmolayan. I think the director is different. Let me check. Hold on. Yeah, the director is different from part 1. And it stars Banky, Wellington, Adefarasin, Alibaba, Akporobome. I will always mess this up.
I get sick when I'm far away from you for so long. I lose sleep when
I'll be right back. Don't move.
Baby, oh baby, you're like medicine to me. You give me everything I need.
Yes.
Baby, oh baby, you're like medicine to me. You give me everything I need.
He proposed by accident?
What's wrong? Why are you shouting? Do you want Deardre to hear you?
How could you let this happen?
Hello? Is it me that proposed to her?
Shit.
So what are you gonna do?
My money, my body, now your own, oh baby.
I'm getting married.
Congratulations! Ladies and gentlemen, I have your time. All the time in the world.
You're my sister now. Oh,
Boys and gentlemen, people in love me back. I will take you there. Lagos to Benin, London to Ekene. Say and love, say where you wanna go. Let me take you there. Give me love, oh. Give me plenty love.
Hey!
My heart beats.
You will not marry that woman. You will not. As long as I live, she will not.
What is that exactly? Let's see. 3 years?
It's not me, it's those people.
We want to have the wedding next month.
Next month?
We want to take it to Dubai.
We're behind you. Just take all of us to Dubai.
It's Young John, the wicked producer.
Beauty mama, you know I like you so. See, yeah, cherish you. I stand for you. I wouldn't lie to you, but I feel like for you.
You know who I am? Who are you? I am Onwuka of Ekitiland.
This is not a valid visa now.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's
valid.
Why come and pass now?
I want
Hey,
to
come back here.
Look.
First of all, I take full points to the white lady who dressed up as a Nigerian and looked good.
So
I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah, she looked so beautiful. I actually know, I have a friend who is Nigerian, and he also married a white lady, and they were dressed up in Nigerian clothing and they looked so beautiful. Both of them looked amazing. And she looked so gorgeous. Yeah. But this reminds me of Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, where Abhay Deol accidentally proposes to Kalki, where it's a mama's ring and he shows it to her and she's like, ah!
Yeah.
So it's an
My God.
accidental proposal. And then they are going on with it. Like, I don't know. Like, also the other thing is like, many a times, you never know how people take it, right? So I've seen in the US, like people want to make someone feel welcomed. So sometimes they try very hard and dress up in their clothing or try to be like them. And many people might be offended. They feel like it's cultural appropriation. I mean, it just depends on how it is received. But I felt like when the family was coming down, the white girl's family, and they were like, why are they dressed as like Nigerians? Why are they trying to be like us? And the other thing is, and that girl doesn't know much, right? I think there was a custom. She drank something from the glass, and then the guy's mom freaked out, like, no, you're not supposed to do this or something. Like it's so unforgiving. Also, like no, it has to be perfect because my son is amazing and he's a male, and you know, this girl is a white girl, what does she know? They're already against it, and then if a mistake is made, then they will pounce on it, and then it gets even harder. I don't know why the guy chose to go to Dubai. Maybe he was trying to be away from the drama, that no one else would come, but all of them came to Dubai. And they were crazy, you know, everybody's family is a bit crazy. You always have some crazy people in your family, and then it's happening in Dubai. They definitely have a high production on part 2. I think part 1 did really well, so they put a lot of money in part 2.
You know, I think that I find part 1 more charming rather than the Dubai thing, because I mean, I love the Nigerian culture. Dubai is more, you know, metro and something, okay, good. But still, I think I find the part 1 more attractive. But yes, proposing to somebody by mistake, I mean, who does that? And if you find yourself in such a situation, I can understand. I mean, of course, it looks absurd that how can you go on with such a thing? Say it's a mistake. I didn't mean to. But people are not able to do that. You know, it's such a big deal that it's difficult to say, oh, sorry, I didn't mean it. This was a mistake. You know, you can't say something like that to such a thing.
Yeah.
So it's a very difficult thing. I mean, poor guy, he found himself in such a position, and she said yes. I mean, she said yes, and she was fabulous, right? She was fabulous. But yes, there's always a bit of, I mean, unless you as a parent have approved, or you have, you know, chosen your child's spouse, unless that is the situation, you are going to be a bit hostile towards that person. You, oh really?
And especially if they're from a different culture altogether. She was not even like from Nigeria. She was not even Black, right? Yeah. And then a third layer would be from the same region that they are from. So many different layers of difference there.
Yeah. Yeah. And definitely a noticeable thing, as you pointed out, was when they dressed up like Nigerians and were coming down the stairs, they were like, oh, how fake, you know, how fake. We're trying to be like us. But I feel they must have been just trying to be, you know, as, I mean, compatible as possible, you know, trying to blend in. Okay, we want to be like you. We want to accept you. We are open-minded. Maybe that was the message they were trying to pass. But it went in a different direction altogether. It was very evident that they kind of took off as, you dressed up like us.
Yeah, this is portrayed really well in the movie Two States, right? Where the guy and the girl try and make their parents feel comfortable. But when you, as a parent or as an individual, have just made up your mind to not accept something, you will not, no matter what you do, you're going to hate it. So their parents already were like, no, it's too different. And how could you guys, the main thing was not just it is too different, that's just the face of the problem they were giving it. But the thing was, how could you do it without like
permission?
We wanted to choose your spouse. How could you do that? I think that was the ego issue. But I think it's similar here. It's just like, how could you do it? And I think the difference between more white cultures versus our culture or Nigerian culture is that in white cultures, they're never going to choose a spouse for their kid. You know, so I'm guessing they might have been more accepting of her choice. But then when you're accepting and then you see hostility from the other side, then your egos flare up. But because then he was like, I don't want to deal with these people. And I thought that was so rude. That was really rude, but also like he must have been pushed to the edge with non-acceptance, that because he must have been trying. And I think there was more effort from the girl's parents' side than the guy's parents' side, because our cultures are also a bit patriarchal. You know, if it's the boy, then, you know, why should we have all the ego in the world or something like that? So all of that must have come as a shock for the girl's parents. And then that rejection after trying so much must have been like so upsetting to them, that they're like, I don't want to deal with this, you know. So it's just, and you, as you mentioned, right, when you accidentally propose, right, and then this was shown also again well in Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, where he explains it to her that this was accidental. Then the question is like, so you don't love me? And then he's like, no, it's not like that. So you do love me. Like, then it's like, choose one. It's like there is an ultimatum then, right? Like, so you have nowhere to go. You're kind of cornered. And in that sense, then if you're even a little comfortable with that person and you had not made up your mind yet, but you were comfortable, you're like, you know what, let's just go with this, you know. And in this case, that was the issue. But in that case, like, even families got involved really quickly. So, you know, it's crazy.
It's crazy, seriously.
Also, the good thing here is that you can extend a story of this movie as much as you want, because there's now, in the first movie, there was another couple. Now it's one of the bridesmaid and bridegroom, I think, and it's extending that way. I think that's kind of cool. I think the first movie was loved by a lot of people. That's why they went with the second one. And I think that's cool. And if they want to expand even further, there are multiple bridesmaids and bridegrooms.
Yes,
you can do it.
Yes. Yeah, I was thinking that proposing to somebody, and then you're like, okay, I didn't mean to propose, but then you even start rationalizing with your own self. Okay, she's quite a good girl. You know, where would I find a girl like that? Love, I don't know if I'm going to ever fall in love. Maybe I'm this age and I've never fallen in love. I've not found the perfect person. And here this girl is ready to get married to me and she's so fabulous. So maybe love will happen later on, you know. That's the kind of thing you start rationalizing with your own self. And of course, then you have the friends and you have the family who are like, hey, what's wrong with her? You know, there's always somebody to boost you up. And of course, once you're ready for it, then there's other people to pull you down. Hi, you can't get married to this person.
Right. All right, guys. So if you liked our video, please subscribe to our channel and actually go ahead and give us a like. Also hit that bell icon so that you're notified every time we upload a new video. We upload it usually on Mondays. Also leave us a comment if you think we should review something else, or if you just want to leave general feedback. Until next time, फिर मिलेंगे.